So, hold on. I have an idea for what I'm going to do here. Okay. So anyway, so Adalbert is grieved, blah blah blah. They're approached by a villager the next day, a woman named... Oh shoot, I'm going to have to look her name up. It doesn't really matter. She tells them that they have made a mistake, that that it wasn't Fabian, but he was actually called what was called a guardian. He was actually protecting the village from... Then she lays out this story of 200 years ago when the monastery was founded. Oh, let's make a day. Hold on. So, 200 years before, when the monastery was founded, it was founded because yeah, we'll make this a little extra high. Here, let's just do this. It was founded because some god, or godlike being, which is what she changed it to after the priest was like, there's only one god. Anyway, had broken through from its eternal prison. Its name was Gotanathoa, something like that. This was a god introduced in Horror in the Museum by H.P. Lovecraft. And it was stopped by the first monks who had come through, but at the same time, they couldn't completely seal it, so every 6 months during solstice and midsummers, they have to recast a spell to finish sealing up this terrible... let's grab... Yeah, I got an idea. They have to continue to cast the spell, and Fabian was one of the ones who would continue to cast the spell. He wasn't killing children. But someone was trying to summon this god because you need the blood of 5 victims in order to summon this creature into existence. So they got the wrong person. So that means they're suspicious of Valdemar. They decide Valdemar is probably guilty. They don't have any proof, however, so they have to go and get some. Well, they decide to stake out... what were they watching? They were watching... Were they watching Valdemar's cell? I can't remember what they were watching. They knew he was going to have to go kill the 5th child at some point. Now that there were 5, one having died in that other village. So they knew, whoops, that he was going to try to have to kill one more kid in order to make it work. There we go. So they staked out... I can't remember if they staked out his cell or if they staked out the... That's kind of cool. I like that. So if you're riding on a rail, here's kind of what you're going to see. I'm thinking the rail is probably going to... I'll probably pull this out, and the rail's going to follow this side of the road until you get here, at which point you cross into the village proper, and that should be protected enough. Only zombie kids can get in, and even then you can't go anywhere because we've got this guy sealed up. So, let me finish this story. So they're staking it out. Let me get a couple more things, and we'll be done. Boop. Boop. Railroad station. I should probably pull out a couple of these leaves right in front of the place to open it up just a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Railroad station. Let me run and get some rail just to get the preliminary rail in here, and then we'll be done. I'm trying to decide if I like this here or not. I'm thinking about putting fence. Well, yeah, I guess you need room enough to get through. We'll leave it for now. So they staked out the monastery. They crept after Valdemar, as he... Okay. Let's go ahead and do 3. That'll definitely get you up to speed. As he crept into the cellar, and they caught him going through one of the wine casks. Apparently he had made that his little secret entrance. Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on. Adalbert ran him through. Man fell to the ground. Was knocked out, but not killed. So, they done it. Bum, bum, bum. They followed this crack in the floor. It wasn't much more than a fissure. And they found the last girl, the last missing child. Hooray! Now all they had to do was cast the spell to keep the portal from opening. Unfortunately, the woman... Wait, that's not where I want to put that. So was only her, like, she wasn't a guardian. She was just the person who was there to help the guardian. She did not know the spell exactly. She was not sure if she'd be able to cast it, but she was willing to try. Now, the scenario calls for the spell failing, period. The spell fails, blah, 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 and even though you tried your best, it is the Dark Ages. Terrible things are always going to occur. I decided to give my people a luck check. I should have given them a half luck check, and it might have been a half luck that they actually rolled, but I decided to give them a straight up luck check, which they made. So they actually managed to seal the breach for 6 months, and that was it. So the scenario ended. They had rescued the children, but they were going to have to actually... The priest, Father Weiswald, he kept the book that they had found and said he would try to find another person to act as the monk. What's going on here? He would find a new monk to take over for Fabian, who was accidentally killed, and that we left just hanging. But otherwise, they managed to save the village. They managed to keep. I'm wondering if I should put steps here instead of just the. Oh, it's good enough. It'll do. They needed. He was gonna make it his quest to find someone new to actually cast this terrible evil spell that was keeping this horrible, devilish, satanic monster, whatever it was, from coming into our world. And that's how we ended it. It was a good session. I think there was only 2 players, but it was a lot of fun. And Colin and Ashton were the ones who played. They did a really good job. So there you have it. There's our train station in Sheepridge. Man, that was more work than I really was wanting to put into it. But so Sheepridge extended its borders slightly in order to fit in this little train station. And I'm going to get working on the tracks when I have time. And we're going to hopefully have that connected up soon to, that's going to be connected to Weathertop. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all next time. Ta-da!